Hello, Moondog here, and welcome back to Winds of Change. Now, where we last left off, we realized that this is all a vision. Like, we're foreseeing this, all of it. And that's really interesting because, like I said, I know a friend of mine, I forgot the name of the comic and slash movie that he wanted made, but it's about people with special ability to foresee into the future and to be able to use that to fix it. So this is really interesting. So it's going to be really a big twist to see where this is going to go. So let's get in. Boom. Okay. My eyes shoot wide. My eyes shoot open. I instinctively crush my gut. The pain from the vision lingers, pulsing through my body. Panting heavily, I squirm in pain, wanting it to fade. I fall to the side of my bed and stand to the floor. I fall off the side of my bed. Oh, thankfully this makes me fully lucid, stop the pain. For a moment, as if I existed in both scenarios, I rise in a sitting position to focus my breathing. Still in shock at what happened, my heart beating frantically. It takes a while before it slows down, but I happily wait. When these negative feelings subside, I stand up. The vision I experienced play a loop in my head. I had to warn Milas. I had to ensure that didn't happen. A knock sounds on my door. I locked up in fright. After what I just saw, my mind filled with anxiety. Thankfully, a voice called out to me and put me at ease.
Hey, Seer! Open up! Don't make me wait all day again.
It's for a time. Oh, my best friend, Valicious dude. Oh, him. As my scribe, she had to train a backup, so to speak. A terrible scenario to plan for, but it had to be done. I rushed over to the door to quickly unlock it. Walking him in, I noticed a huge grin on his face. I felt relaxed as if brief reminder of safety.
Did you just wake up? Oh, jeez. I hope we won't be late. Don't tell me you forgot what day it is.
There's no time to joke. It's no time to joke. I just woke up. I'm in a panic. I'm trying to you gotta refresh my memory. Refresh me.
Did you forget?
Yeah, I did.
Oh well, I don't blame you. There's lots going on lately.
Oh, sorry.
You're being officially inducted. You know, the ceremony to brand you as a seer? It should
I'm not
have
even a
happened ages
seer
ago, but
yet.
Stuff got in the way. Let's not delay it anymore, alright? Just sign this paper before we go. Milas wants it. Consent for the ceremony.
I'm Moondog, you might consider.
Thanks. This is exactly what I'll need. Put on something fancy. I'll wait outside.
No problem. I reached out to try and stop him, but he's already gone. It for the better though, as he mustn't know what I saw. The only people authorized to know is Milas and Valencia. I walk over to my wardrobe and look for an outfit. As for Ty, I'll call him Fortai. As Fortai pointed out, I'm still a small clothes. It was a big day. I guess I have to get dressed apart. I'm a seer, so manswear. Well, okay. I guess that's leaving a choice. I sleep in manswear. I turn back to my room. I take in everything at once. It's a huge mess. Once I saw Fortai, we might be busy for a while. I should finish up any last minute business while I can. At the same time, I shouldn't keep him waiting for so long. Would I hop back to bed and go to sleep? Yeah, me too. Let's see what else. I'm gonna speed through this. So the book.
On Alestia's creation. There are many theories on when Alestia came into existence. None have any foolproof evidence and are merely based on personal belief and conviction of the individual. The most popular, however, is the belief that the Triumvirate created our world. This theory is strengthened by the fact that no history or records of history exist prior to their rule. Therefore, the passage of time on our world is measured by how many years have passed since the first recording of known history, the Triumvirate's arrival. But, as the lack of evidence cannot be considered evidence itself, this is a topic of hot debate. The answer does not seem to be within our reach, and many scholars who dedicated their lives to this knowledge have since given up and moved on. As everyone on Alestia lives in a relative peace, these pursuits are considered a waste of time. If the Triumvirate truly did create our world, then we must thank them. They are very generous and righteous gods. Perhaps one day, though, we will know the truth. August Vega.
Let's see. Cooking space. Red rocks. He left his journal. Goes on the highs. Always open.
On Scribes and Visions. The Scribe of Valinor is a very important position, and one not to be taken lightly. Tasked with hearing and interpreting the visions of the seer or seeress, they bear a large mental burden. The spirits have their own language, and many visions are cryptic in nature. Though visions have become more clear over time, they started out as a mess of metaphors and confusion. It's almost as if, over many years, the realm of spirits has found ways to communicate more efficiently. This is interesting for many reasons. We must wonder if the realm of spirits is a physical entity, capable of growing and learning. There is no real explanation for this growing level of clarity in communication. It is widely believed that the realm of spirits hosts the souls of those who have left our world, but nobody has ever actually communicated with the dead or seen a long-lost loved one. Instead, these spirits grant visions of the future to those capable of witnessing them. Almost like a warning, they've helped keep Valinor safe, and Alestia by extension. Either way, because the visions have become more straightforward, the scribe is more of a ceremonial position. Rather than carrying any real weight, it is just an attempt to continue Valinor's tradition. Recently, Valinor has given the scribe their own protege, someone to take over if the worst should happen. For this reason, I study valiantly under Valessa. Fortem.
Oh, 410. I said 4-tie, so I was close. Close. So 410. Okay. Alrighty. What is this? Bags. Okay.
The true reach of spirits.
We'll skip that one.
On Scribes and Visions. The Scribe of Valinor is a very important position, and one...
I did that already. Oh, so I have to read those. I have to.
The true reach of spirits. It is a widely held belief that plant life is a container for spiritual energy. Because this energy is so pure, residents of forested areas tend to lead a happier and more fulfilling life. While many are frightened at the ability for the spirits to influence our mood, they have yet to do so in a negative fashion. To this end, many people actively seek out homes in areas surrounded by nature and this positive energy. Whether negative or positive, being influenced with unknown intent is concerning to many people. It seems to be tolerated simply because the power helps in a beneficial way. What if the realm of spirits were to lash out and make us aggressive, or worse? What if they are conditioning our minds to slowly bend to their will? At that point, they could make us do any manner of bidding. This is the thought that also keeps many away from such areas of Alestia. But as there are numerous large cities, finding a home that suits your belief is far from impossible. Many ask the Triumvirate to speak on this, but they remain ever silent on the matter. Is it possible that not even our rulers know the true nature of the spirits and their reach? August.
Okay, so... Window? Okay, so... Oh, I see it. Oh my god, it's a town map. I guess we're going to the main street. When I entered the house, I felt a wave of heat overtake me. The sun pierces through the canopy of Valinor with fierce intensity. Some of the residents used makeshift fans, looking utterly exhausted. Of Fortem. However, stands unaffected with a huge smile on his face.
Wow, I didn't expect you to dress that fancy. I'm a little jealous now. I feel underdressed. You should do my wardrobe next time we go out.
No promises.
Hey, are you okay? You look a little shaken up.
Had
Are
a-
you nervous?
had a vision.
I see. Perhaps we should find Valessa first.
Yeah.
It must have been bad if you're acting like this.
Oh yeah, please.
But hold on. Just remember the basics. Visions are never foolproof. They're always full of errors. It's like looking at a painting. It's up to interpretation. Everyone who looks at it would walk away with something different.
wasn't an interpretation. It was kind of vivid. It hurt. That type of vivid.
Not that I have visions, I'm just trying to help. Valessa will make sense of everything you saw. I know it. Sometimes visions make mountains out of mud piles.
I died.
Whoa, really? Scare me half to death, why don't you? Let's put everything on hold then, and get Valessa.
Please, do it.
We're supposed to meet her in the town square. But if this is as bad as you say, you better tell me too. Not as a scribe in training, but as a friend. Got it?
Mr. Friend. You're more than a friend to me. No. You asked me to break the rules. Sorry, I have to obey the rules. I have to play it by ear. You know what, dude? You gave me a good impression. You came in, got me dressed. You put a smile on my face. I'll tell you.
Sweet. Glad to know you're on my side. It's good to have a friend in someone like you. Anyway, we should head to the town square. With this vision business, we'll have a busy day. Don't waste too much time, alright?
Okay. He's in my party. He's permanently in my party. A comrade joined your party. Also, retroactively unlocked content. For example, you can bring Fortem to your home and talk to him there. It's a good idea to form a habit of revisiting previous areas. I think that's a clue. Return. Okay, thank you. That kind of made me worried a little bit. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna save. Yes. Okay, good. Now let's return. Okay, so I kind of want to go back to my home because he made it seem like,
Hey,
hey, so
it's pretty great, actually. Everything is given to me by Valinor. Money, food, a house, you name it. I work with Valessa more than you, though. I'm kind of disappointed about that. We tend to roleplay real scenarios. She'll take on your role, and I'll take on hers. Playing a scribe for a scribe. Best possible training. Unfortunately, I doubt I'll ever be a real one.
and never say never.
I don't think there's any protocol for that. But I assume Milas has the final word there. Or whoever the Elder is at any given time. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow.
I know.
But I hope you're not trying to say Valessa is bad. Is there something I'm not seeing?
She's not bad. She told me the truth. She's fine.
Whoa, do you have a thing for her? I guess it's natural. You work together a lot. Never would have expected it, that's all.
Hey. Between you and me, dude, we keep it here on the nose.
Wait, don't answer that question. I can't have any gossip on the brain. Whatever you feel, keep it private.
Okay, I got it. I am sorry.
Well, I really love climbing trees. Aside from that, I love reading and cleaning. It's a simple life here. But I have no problem with it.
Sign me up for swordsmanship and training.
I have a lot of time off. Way more than Valessa. Honestly, I think I only do half of what she does. Just means I need to keep myself occupied. If you see me with cuts and bruises, don't freak out. I'm pushing myself to the limits, climbing bigger trees. Before you know it, I'll be on top of the Grand Tree.
You gonna fall. I'll join you.
Wait, seriously? That sounds awesome! I'll have to choose something easy then.
Nah.
I don't want to throw you right into it. Valinor needs you, and I won't screw that up. But it might be fun having an apprentice to teach.
No problem.
About 5 years less than Valessa. After the Triumvirate took over Mazeo, we were scared. So I think it was a worst-case scenario type of thing. Some people say that Mila's father trained him too. That's why he was able to take over so easily. That means he's like me, but for the position of elder.
What happened?
You must be messing with me. Is this a test? I'd rather not talk about that, if it's all the same. At least approach the subject a little more casually.
Well, excuse me.
I don't think I'm really allowed to do that. The training I go through is already mentally exhausting. I need to devote my spare time to blowing off steam.
Ah,
Of course, this is under Milas' orders. I'm sure I could handle something if I really wanted, but getting in trouble with him really isn't worth it.
true. What would you do if you could?
To be honest, I just like helping people. So probably cleaning up here and there, keeping tidy. I consider a day successful if I've made someone else smile. Maybe I could be a problem solver or something. People always need some help, so I'd never go bored. It would always involve something new and exciting. Of course, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Milas says I'm not allowed to do any extra work. Training has to be my most important focus.
It's weird though, 'cause for the fact of the matter that this is a visual novel, and you would kind of figure like, oh yeah, so I'm going to be doing a lot of reading. No, that's why that's why I kind of was interested in this one, because it speaks for itself. I could offer you some under the table work.
That sounds awesome. It really does. But I'd never hear the end of it from Milas. If I overload my brain with work, I'll slip up.
Ah.
He says I always need to be at the ready. Unfortunately, that leads to a lot of waiting around. Who would have thought too much spare time is an issue?
I know, right?
That's why I do things I can always cut short. Climbing a tree? Just hop down and try again later. Cleaning? Just stop. The mess isn't going anywhere.
Touche.
I could think of much worse things to do. Considering that, it's not too bad on my end. My life is simple, and there's some beauty in that.
Okay.
You and Valessa always
He's cool.
seem so busy.
He's cool.
I'd
He
rather
got
stay
his
in my
head on his
situation than be
shoulders.
overworked. I'm sure you cope with it, but I doubt I could. I hope I never have to step up either. That would mean something terrible happened to Valessa. I don't even want to think about that. Let's move on.
Have you ever thought of quitting?
Oh no, I could never do that to you. You need me, and all of Valinor needs me. I'm not as important, but I'm still important. We're almost as important as the Elder, actually. He even looks to us for guidance sometimes. I love the job. It just has some downsides. I wouldn't mind leaving Valinor one day, but that's probably just because I'm not allowed to. You know what they say about wanting what you can't have.
Yeah, a little bit too much. Far too well.
Well, it's a huge mess, for one. You should see mine. It's flawless. I'm actually tempted to start cleaning. But I know I shouldn't do that without permission.
No,
Last
go
time I
ahead.
did that, I got into a whole mess of trouble. A story for another time, I guess. Or whenever you ask.
We'll put this on hold. We'll continue the conversation. We'll put that on hold. We actually gotta keep it moving. We did more talking than we should have, but that's fine. Okay, this town square is a serene and beautiful place like usual. A far cry how I saw it from the last vision. I take a deep breath and relax, and
Hey, nice to see you again. I was starting to worry you might be late. Thankfully, we still have time to spare.
she runs up to give me a tight hug. I glance over to Fort Tim, and he appears embarrassed.
Oh my, is this a hint of romance I see? And in public too? People will start to talk.
Shut it, Fortum! Nobody asked you. I was just excited to see the seer. Remember how special today is?
Yeah, dude. So what if there was?
Whoa, I was just joking around. If you're serious, then I'm kinda jealous. But I guess there's more important matters at hand. Sorry for getting sidetracked. I'm all over the place. Do your thing. I'll be waiting over there by the tank.
Tank? Y'all got military tanks? He runs up to the water tank and rests against it. He's definitely out of earshot, so I can talk to Valencia. We can meet up with Milas and talk about my vision.
Ugh. I swear, Fortum can be so insufferable. Be glad you don't work with him as much as I do. He keeps things interesting. to say the least.
Don't be too harsh on the guy.
Hey, I'm just joking around. We're best friends. We're supposed to poke fun.
Okay.
Either way, something about this doesn't add up to me.
What?
Fortin would never willingly walk away from us. He'd only do that if he's not allowed to listen in. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had a vision, didn't you?
Oh yeah, and it was bad.
Oh, really? I knew something was off. You seemed different. I didn't want to bring it up, but now I know why. Should we go to the Grand Tree then? It might be good to discuss this in private. If I tell the villagers, they won't bother us.
Oh, let's go.
Whoa, you're starting to creep me out.
It's okay. I know. Look at my
Involving
eyes.
an elder?
Look at my
That's
eyes.
really serious.
Yes, it is.
But I
Can't
trust you,
you
Justin.
see the worried
Really?
expression in my eyes?
Let's grab Fortin and head to Madis's place. If it's actually that bad, I should be there with us.
Yeah.
Just promise me one thing. Do your best to keep calm. Some of the villagers are already looking your way. If they see you freaking out, they'll freak out too.
Now she's in my party too. Alright. Like before, new content, old areas. But a new feature, Parallel Chronicles, has been unlocked. A brief tutorial will follow after this dialogue window. Boom. Okay, reading large cast of characters. In the top left applicable map, you can view subplots. Click the character for mini portrait. You could do these in any order, but highly recommend that you do it in the order that you see them. Like this. So if if what's his face and dude who killed me was here, I would talk to them. View the parallel chronicles. Damek, that was his name. Damek ordered gathered the town square every morning. The road of Valinor would be long and fraught with danger, but this time Damek was certain that he sent the right man.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own? It's not too late to ask for some escorts.
Yes, Dominic, stop asking. I'll be fine. And I'm well aware of the dangers. Bringing more people would just put them in harm's way.
Well, forgive me for caring. I just wanted to make sure you're comfortable. If the attack is imminent, you'll have to rush.
I expect it'll take me under a day. I'll arrive in the dead of night or maybe early morning. Seeking out the seer will be the first thing I do.
Fantastic, then things will go perfectly. Make sure to give the rest of the town a heads up. You can all evacuate together. You'll blend right in. But remember, you need to stop by Milas and grab the blade. Otherwise, the Triumvirate will seize it when they attack. If I'm honest, I don't think we stand a chance without it.
I can't believe they're attacking Valinor. The occupation of Mazeo is still so fresh. Thankfully, they haven't found us yet.
Right under their noses, just as we should be. I'm going to meet with the mayor after this, actually. I'll see about fully claiming those underground tunnels. Whatever they were digging for, they've stopped. I think it would make a fine base of operations. Getting the deed shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah, stealing it.
Wait, you mean we'll have a new home? No more sleeping on the hard tavern floor?
Never again. It's time we get established. I have some large shoes to fill as the general. The first step is finding us a fitting home.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. But one last thing before I go. Is it true what I've heard about Milas?
Absolutely, so please be kind to him. He'll be a valuable ally in the coming days. Best of luck on your vacation, Ulrich.
Trust me, I wish that's what it was. But I'll try retrieving the seer and the blade as soon as possible. Good luck with the mayor. I think you'll need it. Coming back to a home with an actual battle plan. It's starting to feel like our cause has some real weight to it. I feel bad for doubting you, Dominic. You're doing a great job.
Huh. So is this happening at the same time as me? Like, it's happening at the exact same moment. Because we're back in the past now. So it's all this happening at the same time.
Sylvie, what is the meaning of this intrusion? Halen has finished his interrogation, Masters. I thought it would be wise to relay the results. Unless you are plotting behind our backs.
We would never do such a thing. Information is granted to you as we see fit. If you are left in the dark, it is not permanent. But please, tell us what Halen discovered. We have a feeling our theories are similar.
Yes, of course. The Exodus wielder is located in Valinor. I am ready to launch our attack at a moment's notice.
Good. Then it is time you hear the rest. Valinor is just a small part of our larger plan. We see no more reason to withhold this information.
That much was obvious, Masters. Why did you keep it from me for so long? Halen and I are more than loyal enough.
Sophie, this is not a matter of loyalty. We are sure you'll understand when you hear. It would not be wise to doubt our word.
Yes, yes. My apologies. Nobody likes being left in the dark. I will ensure my words sound less doubtful. If there is a greater plan at play, I am honored. I find no greater pleasure than serving your cause. So please, tell me what you wish, and it will happen.
We've led you to believe that Valinor is our goal. However, it is just the beginning of a much larger plan. Today, you will learn the true nature of the spirit realm.
So is that when he gets the staff to be able to absorb people? We entered Miles' house with an aura of purpose. Though they didn't know what I saw, they knew it was important. We see him shuffling papers on the table, obviously.
Hey, Miles. We need to have a word.
He doesn't respond, he continues his business. For Tim seems anxious and taps his foot on the floor. A few moments later, Valencia gives up and rejects.
Miles, snap out of it. We need to talk about something important.
She slashes her fist on the table, startling Miles. He jumps back a few feet in fright, and then laughs. Whatever he was looking at is fully engrossed in it.
You know what they say about death, right? When we die, we go on to live in the realm of spirits. With that logic, spiritual energy should be infinite.
I'm not really sure how to respond to that. I mean, we've had seers and scribes for thousands of years. I'm pretty sure we'll have them for thousands more to come.
Wouldn't that be beautiful? Sorry for rambling, but we should all have a seat. I'm afraid things aren't going to go as planned.
What do you mean? He motions back into his house, the carpet area, with no chairs in sight. Looks like we're sitting on the floor. We make our way over there, questioning just what he meant.
I think we were going to say the same thing to you. I mean, the seer had a vision last night. A big one. Hopefully we have enough time to get through all of this.
Well, unfortunately, I'm past the point of subtlety. So, in the interest of time, I'll get right to it. The induction ceremony is henceforth cancelled.
Why?
What? You can't be serious. You hype us all up and take it away? There better be an explanation for this.
For Tim is filled with anger and very upset. I guess Milo was right. Plans have changed. But the timing, along with my vision, was odd.
What's going on here, Miles?
I'm afraid that's a very complicated answer. Let's back things up a few moments. Seer, tell us about the vision you had.
Everyone died. So everything that happened. How Valinor was destroyed by the Triumvirate. I told them about the blade and the agony. How the man who led had a mystical blade. Not only that it killed Ulrich, but it killed me as well. And when I finished, I met with silence. And a month settled in shock and confusion. That's fine. It was a lot to process at once. Yeah, I know. It sucks.
just as I expected. It was only a matter of time before you saw it. That is, if the spirits truly cared about our protection.
Wait, slow down a minute. How do we know nothing was lost in translation? Remember how abstract visions are known to be?
I can confirm that an attack is imminent. Besides, Valessa, you know visions aren't like that. The spirits have gotten strong enough. It's no longer an issue.
But this can't be true.
Sorry, I was thinking, like, because if he knew, is that why he left?
It is. And unfortunately, it's just the start. There are still some important matters at hand. Before I send you off, I'll tell you everything.
Takes a breath. I know the light back under his eyes. Sighs of unrest. He must be living with this secret for a while.
I didn't want to tell you until you needed to know. I'm just lucky that this vision waited until I was ready. The Triumvirate wants to occupy Valenorth, as they did Mazeo. I know what you three lost in Mazeo, and I'm sorry, but what they plan to bring to Valenorth is far, far worse. Punishment for my father's involvement with the rebellion.
Feels like that empty armor seemed to apply. So Valinor did have some relation to the rebels. And it wasn't just during Miles' short reign either.
We're supposed to be nonpartisan.
Yeah, that's our whole deal. Why would your father do that to us?
I'll never forgive you, Milas. Your father is responsible for all of this? He betrayed Valinor the moment he helped them.
Understandable, but this is not my fault. Surely you know about my father's disappearance. But have you heard the stories of the recent rebel victory?
Rebel victory?
The blade that the seer mentioned. It was taken from the Triumvirate. Without it, they are weak and vulnerable. But it was not an easy feat to accomplish. In their pursuit of the blade, many people died, including the leader of the rebellion itself. The new leader, Damek, sent it here for safekeeping. I hid it in the Grand Tree where no one would find it. I want you to take it and seek out Damek in Mazeo.
Hey, slow down. This makes sense to you, but it's all a blur to us. Your father was one of the men that died to get this blade?
Indeed he was, Fortem. The rebel leader's death, my father's disappearance, I'm afraid those are intricately connected.
You mean...
Yes, I do. My father didn't work with the rebellion. He created it. The first allegiance in Valenorth's entire history.
Whoa.
He formed an allegiance with insurgents in Mazeo. Together, they grew and created a large army. Large enough to steal the Triumvirate's sacred blade.
I don't understand why he'd do that. We're fine on our own. We always have been.
Times are changing and leaving us behind. I'm afraid that Valenorth is a dying culture, Valessa. What I am about to tell you must not leave this room.
What is it?
You know of Salberg, right? How it houses the spirit idol of Valenorth.
Yes, of course. But it's been blocked off for a long time. I've never gone to see a spirit idol in person.
I'm afraid it might remain that way. Seer, on the eve of your birth, it went dark. Valenorth is living on limited spiritual energy.
There's no way I believe that, Milas. Our connection with the spirits is eternal.
I wish that were the case, Fortem. It pains me to say this, but it's true. You are the last seer we shall ever have. Normally, the spirit idol chooses a child. That child is imparted with a surge of spiritual energy. When they pass away, it does the same to the next generation. But you, seer, it gave everything to you. Like the spirit realm is making one final push. I don't know why, but I have my theories.
Sounds like the spirits have given up on us. Perhaps we took their gift for granted and abused them. Without that idol and their energy, what will happen to us?
I expect that Valenorth will become like any other nation. We'll take history into our own hands, rather than act on guidance. It's not a bad thing. I don't think the spirits gave up on us. In fact, I think it's the opposite. They're placing all of their hope on us. The Seer and that blade can save us all.
Back to that blade again? What does that have to do with all of this?
It's not an ordinary blade, as you've been told. In order to harness it, you need remarkable strength. Or, in other words, a vast amount of spiritual energy. Seer, I think the spirits chose you to wield this blade. To take it, join the rebels in Mazeo, and defeat the Triumvirate. I know this is asking a lot of you, but we always follow their lead. Valenorth may be attacked. We can rebuild from the ashes. Our true goal here should be the destruction of the Triumvirate. History should be in our hands, not in the hands of unjust gods.
And what you think? Silence.
So that's why your father formed this alliance? To take control of our history in the Spirit's absence? And to make sure the Triumvirate doesn't dictate our future?
He wanted to strengthen our bonds with outsiders as well. Without visions, we have to take things as they come. Foresight helped us out, but we won't always have it.
Oh crap, that means I'm not gonna have the power to see into the future like that. Basically, like in epic moments like war, I can see the war happening so we can take steps to avoid the war itself or the casualties. Not like prevent one of my allies from taking a fall. That's gonna suck.
What we do have, however, is the potential of the Seer. I think that's why he sacrificed himself to get this blade. He knew that you'd be able to wield it and achieve liberation. Please, take the blade and flee to Mazeo. When the ceremony is supposed to start, I'll tell the people. They're all rounding up, so it'll be easy to evacuate. We might be a bit behind, but we'll meet in Mazeo. There's lots to plan, and little time to plan it. We'll need new homes and blades for any volunteers. As far as I can tell, this is not up for debate. If you think it is, consider it an order from your elder. Leave as soon as you are able. We'll meet again soon.
He walks away. Moments later, he's back to his usual business. We glance at one another overwhelmed.
Listen, I'm gonna try and be the voice of reason here. Milas said a lot of stuff, and it could be true or false.
It's true.
If an attack is coming, we should go either way.
My man.
Especially if there's a weapon we can use. I think we should grab it from the Grand Tree first. Again, not siding with anyone here, just using logic.
Yeah, you're right. We do the same thing, even if Miles didn't tell us to.
Alright, we're about to wrap this up,
Find
guys.
something to defend ourselves with, and leave Valenorth. But you said the spirits gave you all their power? And they cut their influence from Valenorth for good? This changes Alestia's entire history, not just our actions. I can't say I fully understand, but it makes sense. Miles' father foresaw all this and took action. I feel hatred, but at the same time, I feel hope.
Well, let's take this one step at a time, Valessa. We'll grab the weapon and make our way out of here. The rest can fall into place as we move on.
We now stand up as well. With the attack on his way, we have to move. Miles should evacuate everyone else if we have to play first so we can use it.
So, to the Grand Tree then? I'll try to maintain one modicum of sanity. It's not like our lives were just turned around.
I'm sure we'll manage as long as we're together. I'm not giving up on any of you. I promise. There's nothing we can't do if we all pitch in. Let's go to the Grand Tree and get that blade.
Okay. This would be a good part to stop. Yes. So with that said, everybody, this is really, really getting interesting because, like, oh my God, like so much is happening. Where now it's been confirmed. It's easy to have theories, but you can't really take actions on a theory. But now everything's confirmed, so now we have to make judgment calls. So with that said, everybody, next episode we will see what those judgment calls do for us and see what will happen consequently. So until then, everybody, thank you all for watching. And please, I hope you all are enjoying this. And until then, I will see all of you when the next moon rises.